Your harmonica is in the key of C. Key is a musical term. You'll need to know whatever instrument you ever play or sing. And so it's not just a harmonica word. Key means what is the main chord or even the main note that the song is based on. And the song could be in a different key depending on who is singing it. So we could sing Row, Row, Row Your Boat in the key of C, since we have our C harmonica. Or if I wanted to play with a G harmonica someday, I could play it in the key of G, or the key of B, or even B flat. So it just depends who you are, where you're at, what you've got, and if someone's singing or if another instrument is playing. All these things can be considered when you're deciding what key a song or a tune should be played in. So for our class, since all I asked you to have was a C harmonica, we're going to play every song and tune in the key of C. So no curveballs there. Everything is key of C. So when you signed up for this class, we have been calling it Beginning Straight Harmonica. Now, most people might not ever even use all those words. They might just call it straight harp, or they might say first position harp. Harp is slang for harmonica, but since I didn't want to be confusing when I was creating this class and advertising it, and think you were thinking about this kind of harp, I used the full word harmonica. So first position is a word that you need to know because it refers to how we are playing our harmonica. When we are playing first position, or straight harp, or straight harmonica, that means that the key that our harmonica is in is the same key that the song is in that we're playing. It just means that they match. Handy, right? So for this class, every piece that we play will be in first position. And you might think, well, that's pretty obvious, Allie, because, if the harmonica is in the key of C, then shouldn't all the songs we play be in the key of C? Well, the thing is about the harmonica is that first position has some limitations. In music, there are 12 kind of basic notes that can go low and in the middle and high, and there's even notes in between all those notes that we get with our voice or with a fiddle. But with our harmonica, we're kind of missing out on some of those notes. We only have maybe 8 instead of 12. And so there are certain songs and certain styles of playing that just aren't going to come across very well in straight harmonica playing. So straight harp, or first position, is going to be best for our folk music, gospel pieces perhaps, some country songs, some old-time tunes, some bluegrass numbers. Basically songs that use 3 chords, and a certain 3 chords. And this is getting into a little bit of music theory for some of you that already understand this, but some of you might not, and that's okay because we can cover it later. But those chords are going to be called 1, 4, and 5. The 1 chord and the 4 chord and the 5 chord are foundational in a lot of songs in all those genres that I just mentioned. And they're the easiest and the most kind of obvious to play on our harmonica in first position, or also called straight harp. So that is why we are playing it this way. A lot of times when I play with my husband Frank, in fact I think every song I play in a different position. I play in second position. So I won't get into that in this class, but I just want you to know that there's more that we can do after this class is over if you want to learn more about how to play in second position, which is also called cross harp. So we talked about how a blow is when you do what into the harmonica? Yeah, blow, or exhale, or breathe. Well, when we're breathing, there's 2 parts to breathing, right? There's the out, and there's the in. And so the smart people who invented the harmonica realized that if we're going to be blowing out all the time, probably better breathe in, or else it's not going to really work. And so what's so cool about the harmonica is you're just basically breathing. Sometimes I do stop to take a breath while I'm playing, but for the most part, you don't really need to stop because you're always breathing out and in. So when we're breathing out, it's called a blow. When we breathe in, it's called a draw. D-R-A-W, like drawing with your crayon. But a draw is when you breathe in. So let's try it. Make sure you've got empty lungs. Put your harmonica up to your mouth, anywhere, any place, and go. And you kind of run out of space in your lungs. So it's a tricky thing. You need to practice seeing how long you can draw that breath in. And we'll do some exercises as we go along. But just for right now, I just want you to hear how that sounds. Let's start on the low side of the harmonica and then draw all the way as we go up the harmonica. Okay, so we're starting on the left side. Here we go. Ran out of breath a little at the end, didn't I? Oh, that high note's really screechy a little bit. Okay, so all of those notes all together, they make a chord too. Just like how when we do a blow, that's the what chord? Yes, C, or if you're getting fancy with your music terminology, the one chord. When we're drawing, we're playing a different chord. It has a different name. Do you know what it is? It's the 5 chord, and if C is 1, let's count up to 5 and see what letter of the alphabet we end up on so that we can know what name this chord has. So here's C is 1. What comes after C? Oh yeah, D is 2, E is 3, then comes F, which would be 4. After F is G. And I've got 5 fingers up, so I must have counted to 5. So we're playing a G chord. And there's kind of an extra flavor in this chord too, so it actually gets an extra thing in its chord name, which is the number 7. So it's a G7 chord. You don't really need to know why right now. If you already know why, that's awesome, but I won't get into it right now. Just memorize drawing is a G7 chord, or you could call it a 5-7 chord. Isn't that great?